always believe in this power of storytelling. I think narrative is a very, very important thing. All of us have different narratives within our life, and these are the stories that actually can either touch people or it can actually bring something more grounded into the society.
Hey guys, so today we're gonna meet someone new. Okay, his name is Jerome, and I'll say that he has many talents, but that's not very exact. It's super vague, but I think it's best left vague until you meet him.
So what do I actually do? My main profession is actually an architectural and interior designer. So, but then I'm also an illustrator and an artist.
In Singapore's 50 years of nation building, many landmarks constructed just after our independence were the nation's aspirations and vision of a new country.
My installation always revolve around architectural spaces and interior spaces and how we can somehow or another bring in the community into the space as well. So that's what I usually envision my work to be. And I'm also an educator as well. I teach in the LaSalle and NUS.
So since you said that you are an interior designer, you love architecture, but you also do art, how do you come about to do all three?
Okay, so my background is a bit different from the others. So it's a bit more diverse, I would say. But because I started off with visual communication first, where I had a degree in visual communication. Then I went on to do architecture in London I was there for about 8 years. Yeah. And so in terms of projects, my approach is always more of an interdisciplinary. I always believe in this power of storytelling. I think narrative is a very, very important thing. All of us have different narratives within our life, and these are the stories that actually can either touch people or it can actually bring something more grounded into the society and to the social and cultural fabric of communities.
So okay, from what I understand, it's something like you are using the art's ability to share a story or a narrative to either challenge or show people a different perspective that they didn't think about when it comes to spaces.
So it's normally I start off with a narrative first.
I see.
Before I come out with the form and the develop the design brief itself.
Let's say for one artwork, right?
Yeah.
How long does it take from the ideation to final product?
It really depends actually. It depends on the kind of project. So if it's installation, I have to do 3D models. If it's interior design, if architectural, I do 3D models. But if it's something to do with more of art-based, more of illustration, then probably I usually start off with hand drawings first before bringing it to the computer to do a lot of post-production, coloring, and then photoshopping and stuff like that.
I see.
And for St. James Power Station, the relief model that you see is basically illustrating the idea first, illustrating the narrative first, and then bring it into Photoshop, printing it out, and then hand cut every single stories and every single material and every single objects, then replace them and assemble them into a narrative again. So the challenges that I face is usually time streamline the projects, especially when for me when I work on a project, I really put in 100%. Just like if I were to teach, right, I'll put in my 100%. But how do you actually manage to split, because everyone has 24 hours a day and then you need to sleep like probably 8 hours. For me, probably 6. But within that amount of time, how do you actually segregate your time well and manage well to compartmentalize different projects for different timing? So time management to me is one of the most crucial part in how you balance all these fields and studies. Yes. My personal hope that I can work on was more on to work with societies, work with communities, to involve community more into the design project itself. Yeah, so to design building for maybe people who actually need it more, because I always, from the start, my dream was always to be a social architect.
I see. Yeah. Okay, now that we have met Jerome, it's so inspiring, see him do so many things. and his works are so eye-catching, so beautiful. Maybe we can find two things that we love and merge them. I'm sure you can find your own niche or your own style. With that said, this has been Joe Dharmhilk for Singapore One. Goodbye.